Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is an adventure whodunit starring a recently deceased man named Sissel. Found dead in a junkyard, face down, ass up, he has just one night to solve the mystery behind his murder before he moves on to the afterlife. His lifeless body is discovered by go-getter freshman detective Lynne, and the two cross paths throughout the night as Sissel has to keep saving her from the assassins sent to hunt her down. Keeping her alive will take Sissel to various locations around the city, from a chic apartment to a prison to a chicken restaurant. Each location and the people who dwell there play key roles in keeping Lynne alive to sunrise and Sissel on the hunt for the truth of what happened to him. Because he is dead, Sissel's only means of protecting Lynne and anyone else who gets in harm's way is to manipulate objects in the environment. This is just one of his ghost powers, and it's his use of these powers that make up the game's puzzle-solving side. Each environment is a wonderfully hand-drawn 2D setting stuffed with objects Sissel can possess and occasionally interact with. Some objects are only there to provide a bridge for Sissel to reach the necessary tools to solve the puzzle. Other objects are interactive, like an umbrella you can open or a trash can lid you can pop. Using his ghost powers, Sissel can also travel between locations through telephone lines, but only if he isn't in a flashback. As mentioned earlier, there are assassins out and about in the game, hunting down Lynne and whoever has the misfortune to get in their way. Most of the time, when Sissel arrives to save one of the victims, they're already dead. With his final ghost power, Sissel can travel back in time to watch the last 4 minutes of the character's life. Every time you travel back in time, you'll be able to keep seeing everything that happens to the victim and decide how to protect them using the various objects in each setting. There is a time limit for getting all this done, but it's rarely an issue. Even if you do fail, you can just rewind the clock and start again. Don't be surprised if you have to watch the victim die more than once to fully figure out how to save them. The premise of these puzzles is sound enough, but seeing it in action can be riveting. You're basically playing the role of an invisible stagehand trying to manipulate how a scene plays out while the actors are in the middle of it. It's a clever concept with a brilliant execution, though it doesn't provide any sort of light bulb over the head aha moments. The original Ghost Trick was notable for its incredibly fluid character animation. The look was achieved by creating the characters as 3D models before rendering them as 2D sprites. On modern hardware, it's just as smooth and crisp, but with the power of the RE engine, the entire look of this game has been cleaned up from top to bottom. This HD remaster gives the world of Ghost Trick a slick glow-up. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective's origins as a Nintendo DS games are impossible to miss. For starters, only some elements, like a few of the new menus, are in widescreen. The game itself is in full screen with borders. I have to imagine this decision was made for the same reason classic fighting games are always presented in 4x3 with borders on the side. Giving players a widescreen video of a full-screen game may break whatever challenge there is. I'm fine with the 4x3 ratio for the gameplay, but there are moments where what originally looked good on the DS is a bit too much on a regular television screen. Some character portraits and speech bubbles are unnecessarily huge. As for how it plays, the conversion from touch controls to a traditional controller works well. I do think the control scheme in terms of what buttons you use could have been simplified. On PlayStation 4, there's no reason to stipulate circle will exit the ghost world when L1 does the same thing and it's the button you press to get into it. But it's not anything that'll give you trouble. In terms of what's new for the remaster beyond the visual upgrade, rearranged classic music tracks, one new music track, a collection of artwork and concept art, and the sliding puzzles from the mobile version of the game. All in all, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective is a fine remaster of a wonderful title far too many people missed out on. The developer has stated another entry in this franchise might happen if the game sells well enough, but I feel like that's a statement we've heard dozens of times over the past 10 years with little of anything to show for it. Whether or not we get another game in the series doesn't really matter to me. What matters is more people now have an opportunity to play an absolute gem of an adventure game. Be sure to check out the website for CJ's full written review. If you liked the video, give us a like and consider subscribing for more. And as always, thank you for watching.